Okay, welcome everybody, and this is another video tutorial with the MC909. Um, I want to say thank you to all the people who've been subscribing. I hadn't done any videos like for a week, got sick on the weekend. I'm still a little bit, I'm better, but I still got a little coughing and stuff. Hopefully, I don't cough too much on this video. Um, I'll try to do this video tutorial, the MC909, the shortest I can, but I want to talk about some things that somebody wrote to me asking me about. His name is Anthony Wright. He first contacted me through the YouTube messaging, and then he asked me to send him a video. I did, and this is what he asked me about the 909. Okay, so this is what he wrote. Can I use the patches from the machine on the MC909? Hold on one second. Yeah, this was the other day, like 2 days ago. 2 days or yesterday, I believe it was. Can I use the patches from the machine on the MC909 software you provided for me? I believe he's referring here, Anthony Wright is referring to the link I sent him about the program for the MC909, the software, from the Roland webpage, which is this software. I believe he's referring to this. The only thing is, I don't really know how to explain anything because I never have used this software of the Roland MC909. I have never used it. So I'm very sorry, but I don't know how to help you here, how to guide you on anything because I never have used it. I don't think I will be using this at all. Because every recording I do, most likely is going to be on FL Studio. If I record directly to the 909, the MC909 is going to be just to an idea, a quick idea. I'm just going to save it in the MC909. Then maybe later I'm going to track it out into FL Studio. But this software, I never have used it. I just sent him the link in case that he needed some, maybe he wanted to do anything with it. But I have never used it. I don't know how to use it. So I can't give you any help here with this software, any advice. Okay. So moving on from the software. Also, it tells me my MIDI devices are set up correctly. What cord do I need to record sounds through FL Studio? Okay. When you're talking about MIDI devices, that will be your MIDI connections from your controller into your computer or into your machine. First of all, it should be into your machine. Okay, this is the way I have it. This is a screenshot that I got here. Okay, this is the way I got it connected right now. Okay, I'm using a keyboard controller. I got it right here. There you go. Sorry about that. So I'm pressing the keys on my keyboard controller, and let me go back here. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, sorry. I'm pressing my keys on my keyboard controller, and I got it connected through a MIDI cable. This MIDI cable here, or one like this, not this one particular. This is called a 5-pin MIDI cable. Okay, it's just a regular MIDI cable. So I'm connected it from the output, the MIDI output of my controller, my keyboard controller, into a MIDI interface. It's called Motu MIDI interface. Okay, I think it's microlight interface. I'm going in port 1. Okay, from the port out, of the MIDI interface, the multi MIDI interface, from this output, I'm going into the MC909 in. Okay. Hold on. Oh, okay, gotcha. And from MIDI out, I got to connect it in the MIDI in of my PreSonus interface. Okay. So let me explain it one more time. From my keyboard MIDI out with a cable like this one, okay, I got connected the cable into the MIDI in of the MIDI interface. Then with another cable like this, I go from the MIDI output port 1 into the MC909 MIDI in right here, right, with a cable like this. And with another cable like this, I'm going from the output of the MC909 into the PreSonus MIDI interface. Well, it's not a MIDI interface, it's a sound interface, audio interface. Okay? But this audio interface has MIDI in and out. Okay? So then all I do is just select on FL Studio the ports that I need to use. And I'm going to be showing that in a little bit. Now, if you don't need to have all this, all you need is just a controller and the MIDI cable, and you're set, because then you could connect the controller directly to the MC909. Okay? And this is what you do. This cable, you go from the MIDI out of the controller into the MIDI input of your MC909. So you're skipping all this, skipping this. Okay? So remember, you don't need, like my connections, this is my preference. All you need is just a controller, and from the MIDI output, you're going to go directly to the MIDI in right here of the MC909. And from the MIDI out, you could go into your sound card if your sound card has MIDI in and out. If it doesn't, then it's all good. You don't have to do anything. Just leave it like that. No problem. Now, you open this other graphic. Okay, so back again. So we talked about this, MIDI in and out. Now we're going to move on into audio. Okay. What you see here, we're here with this yellow tape on this cable. This is the right. I marked it as the right, and this is the left cable, left and right, and they are right here, these right here. Okay. So we got right and left, or left and right. So you connect each cable to these. Now these go from here into your interface input. Okay? Your interface input, if it got more than 2 channels, you could connect it anywhere you want. Normally recommended is to go to 1 and 2 or 3 and 4. Because 1 and 2, maybe you want to use it for your microphone if you record voices. If not, then you could just connect it to your interface 1 and 2. Okay, input 1 and 2 of your interface is going out from here. Okay, goes out from here. Oh, sorry about that. It's going out from here, mono right and left, with these cables. I'll show you. And it's going to go into the interface 1 and 2. Okay, now, this is the cable that I use. These are the cables. It's called balance cable, TRS balance. Okay. You see that you have 2 rings, two black rings. That means this cable is balanced, so it's called TRS balance. So it's good because it cleans your audio from any noises that could go through the cable. Okay. It doesn't let any noise interfere with what you need to record and whatnot. So from the machine, it's gonna give you a clean sound, clean audio from the machine into whatchamacallit, into the interface. Okay, but you need to have two rings. It has to be TRS balanced cable. Okay, if you have it unbalanced, unbalanced means that this is only one ring here, or it's called mono, a 1/4 inch cable, or it's called unbalanced. I don't recommend unbalanced because you're gonna get a lot of noise. You got less output on the balanced cable. So this cable is good because it's balanced. You got the two black rings. It's good. Gonna give you a good clean sound. You're gonna have more output from your machine. Okay, so that cable I recommend. And since both cables are black, I had to put a yellow tape so that way I know this is the right and you know the right when I connect into the interface, so I know which one is which one. Okay. Now moving on. So we got that covered. Um, when you are recording or when you are about to record, you need to test the level. Okay. For example, if you could see here, let me bring up FL Studio. I got on my mixer. Oh wait, I hadn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hadn't finished with the email. I cut it off. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about that in a little bit about the levels. Okay, your MIDI devices aren't set up correctly. I think the program, the MC909 software, if you don't have connected the USB, it gives you an error. So I believe you need to connect the USB, but that's only me thinking, like speculating. Okay, it's not like the bottom line. I think it gives you an error because you don't have connected the USB cable. So it's good to connect the USB cable just in case. Okay. So what chords do I need to record sounds through FL Studio? Okay, so those are the chords I use. The 1/4 inch cable balance, TRS balance, left and right. Okay. And they go from here, from the machine, into your MIDI, your sound interface, your audio interface. I believe it's M audio. Yeah, he said it right here. Okay, so that's what you need. I have M audio interface. Good. I love the sounds of the 909. They are really good, great sounds. But I need to process these sounds through FL Studio to use them how you did. Okay, so I'm going to explain the process of recording MIDI and recording audio. I think I did 2 videos on this already, but let's go through it one more time. So maybe it could help Anthony, right? Somehow, or it could help somebody else. I really appreciate, Anthony, that you write to me. I'm very sorry my English is not very good. My first language is Spanish, and English I'm okay, but sometimes my sentences are very bad, or my my grammar is terrible. um Pronunciation is very bad. I'm so sorry. So bear with me a little bit. I'll try to explain everything. So just to let everybody know, my first language is Spanish. I was born in United States, but I was not raised here in the United States. I was raised in a Spanish um country, so therefore I forgot my English because I left the United States when I was a little kid, so I didn't remember much of English. So I apologize because my pronunciation and my sentences are kind of weird, bad. So moving on, moving on, right? We're gonna go into FL Studio. I was talking about levels. So when you connect from the output of your 909, not that one, this one. When you connect the output of your 909 audio and you connect it into your interface, check your levels. But in order to check your levels, you need to do this first. Okay, let's go little by little, step by step with this. Okay. Here you're gonna select. I did it on channel 1. Here you're gonna select what are you using to record audio. Okay. So my audio card, my audio interface, I had connected on 1 and 2, so I could record anything that I'm running a mixer. You don't need a mixer though, but I'm running a mixer because I got different gear connected to the mixer. So everything that goes out to the mixer is going in 1 and 2 of the interface. Okay, let me say that again. Audio wise, not MIDI. Okay, I'm talking about audio right now. Audio. Audio is the wave that you see here when you record something. I'm going to do that in a little bit. In order to record anything into your computer, you need first to select here on the mixer on one channel. You need to select first where that sound is coming from. So I got selected 1 and 2 because all my gear, I have the 909, I have a multi-rack, yes. My gear, and I have another keyboard. My gear is connected into a mixer, and from the mixer main output is going in the interface, my audio interface 1 and 2. So that's why I'm selecting 1 and 2 here. So I can record anything that goes into the mixer into FL Studio. Okay. So because I have my keyboard connected, let me pull up again this. Because I have my keyboard connected via Midi into the 909, that's why you could hear sound I'm playing right now on the keyboard. If I don't want to record into the computer, since I got to connect Midi, I got the 909 connected by Midi, I could just record anything inside the 909 as well. But since I don't use that much the 909 as to sequence, I just use it as a sound module for the sounds. Then I could record it either in the machine or into FL Studio. Okay, moving on. So remember, you need to select here where you got connected the outputs of the 909, where you got them connected. If you haven't connected on your audio interface into 1 and 2, so you select here 1 and 2. Okay. And this here, you select on the master, you're going to select where they're going out to. If you got your mains, the output of the mains, you got them connected to the speakers, then you select the mains. Okay, so that way you can hear the sound. Okay. We're going to talk a little bit about levels in a little bit. Okay, so as you can see here, you could see that when I talk, the thing is moving up and down, the levels, because it is my microphone is connected to the mixer. So from the mixer is going out into the audio interface 1 and 2. Okay, as well as the sounds. Okay, as well as whatever I got connected into the mixer. Okay, now to be able to record, you need first highlight this. Well, you need first to select this, the input. You need to highlight this. See, it's red. Now it's white. Now it's red. You need to put volume here. You can't leave it like that because it's not going to record anything. Okay. You need to the slider to be up here, maybe, or around here. And also, you're going to need to click here on the record thing right here. You need to click with the right button on the mouse and you have to select audio to record audio. Okay. So I can select any sounds on my 909. and I press the keys on my controller, and I could record anything into FL Studio. Okay? Supposed to be the drums. Oh my goodness, so sorry about that. Too high. Hold on a second. There you go. Sound a little bit distorted. Sorry about that. So you can record any sound going from your machine into FL Studio after you have done what I just did. Okay? So you got to set up first. Now, let's try it out. Okay? What I was saying about levels is the following. Okay. When I'm not talking, if you can notice, the levels are down here. Down here, they read minus 80 or 81. Now, when you record something, when you're going to record something, it should be all the way up to minus 10. Let me show you. Sorry about that. Here we go. Okay. So as you can see, it's going minus 10 right here. So that's a good level because you have good gain. Okay, you don't have to bring it all the way up to 0. That's not good. Now the catch is that when you're not running any sound, that the level is dialing here all the way down to minus 80. Oh, and how do I got the level? Let me show you. Go into the mixer, right? On the same inserts, or you have the recording device where you're gonna record. You're gonna add a Wave Candy. That's a plugin from FL Studio, Wave Candy. And these are the settings that I got for the Wave Candy. Okay, it's a meter right here. So for the input, for the recording input, I put this so I could see better the levels, and I have it like I could see it. If I minimize FL Studio, I could still see it. Okay. So I want to make sure that my levels are around minus 10, minus 14, not lower than that, because then the recording is going to be a little bit too low. And when you crank it up, it could bring in noise, and that's not good. Okay. So when you are testing your sound, try them to be on minus 10, minus 14. When you're not testing anything, the level should be all the way down on minus 80. Right here. All the way down to minus 80. Okay. So that way you're not introducing a lot of noise into your recording. Okay. A lot of people that use plugins, they don't have to worry about this because the plugin, they don't have any noise because you have it inside your computer. Now, if you use gear, outside gear, hardware gear, right? I have several sound models or several keyboards. Since I have more outboard gear, sorry, my English is terrible. Then I need to make sure my level of noise is very low, as you can see right here. And when I play something, then the level is going to go all the way up to minus 10 or minus 14. Okay. And that's pretty good. Okay. So that way, when you record, you're not introducing a lot of noise. Okay. It's just, like, that's just my opinion. That you need to bring it all the way up to minus 10. A lot of people record louder than that. A lot of people record lower than that. My opinion or my taste for recording is just that. That's my preference. Okay. So I'll put a Wave Candy. Also, I have a Wave Candy on the master. So when I play back whatever I record, I want to see how it is here, because I don't want anything when I'm mixing a whole bunch of tracks. I don't want anything going all the way to zero. I rather mix very low and then bring it up with a compressor and a limiter. Okay, as you can see here, a limiter, and I got a compressor right here, all the way on the top. There's another limiter. Okay, so I'd rather use this to hold the track and not crank it up all the way, but then hold it with that, and then I just normalize the WAV file, and I'm done with it. Okay. Now, I was gonna show the. So, oh, I don't know. I forgot I was gonna show something. Let me just then start the recording. Okay. I'm just gonna record anything. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So here we go. Okay. Whatever, just to have an example here. So this is a WAV file, right? This WAV file is good because I know when I hit play, it's gonna come all the way up to 14 or 12 or 16. So that's a pretty good level. Let me show you. 16. Okay. So that's pretty good. 14. Okay, so the point is, see here, this is the noise of your track right here. See? And it was like around here, I believe that's 76. I think that's still good. So you don't have to, since this is analog gear, you don't have to really crank it up a lot because it's already fat, it's analog. Contrary of some plugins, not all the plugins. Some plugins, they are very weak. The sound of some plugins are very weak. That's why I don't like to use a lot of plugins. I have some plugins, but I don't really like to use them. Just because the fact that some plugins, I don't want to say they're bad quality. It's just the sound is not thick or fat like analog. Okay, I like much better analog sound. That's why I have gear. I got the MC909 and another gear. I like the fat analog sound. Okay. When I started making beats, long time ago, I noticed because somebody told me, "Oh, your sounds are kind of thin." I said, "I don't understand what you say." And he told me, "You gotta make a comparison. You gotta use gear and the same sound, try to emulate it on a plugin, and you're gonna notice what I'm talking about." And I did that, and I noticed is a huge difference. Okay, the more expensive the sound card is, the audio interface is better, the quality because it got better converters. The digital to analog or analog to digital conversion is better. Okay, so just to let you know, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So the conversion of an audio interface, if it's an expensive audio interface, the conversion is better. So you're gonna have a better quality. Okay. A cheaper audio interface is gonna give you a cheaper conversion. So the quality is not gonna be that good. And when I say quality, I'm talking about thickness. The thickness of the WAV file is not gonna be really good. It's gonna introduce a lot of noise and so on. So you want to get a good audio interface so you can have a better sound quality. Now, the plugins, like I said, not all of them, because I use some plugins, but they are good brand plugins. They are expensive. They're not cheap. So the sound is pretty good. I don't use a lot. I buy a lot of plugins, but I don't use them a lot because I notice that some plugins they have very low sound, like lo-fi, but not lo-fi per se, but the quality is thin. The wave file is very thin when you record it. Okay, I'll play back this again. Okay, when you start recording and making your track, you have a lot of tracks. When you start making your song, you have a lot of tracks. Maybe you have like 10 tracks or 15 tracks, depending on what kind of music you make. You don't really have to crank up the sound that much because you can still hear it. Okay? If you use plugins that they have thin sounds, then you're gonna have to crank up the sound to hear that sound, and that's not good. Okay? That's why a friend of mine told me you gotta buy any kind of gear so you could make a comparison on your sound with plugins and gear. And after I heard that, then I wanted more gear. I was more oriented to gear. First, not really because I don't know, they're too expensive. They're very expensive, but that's how your sound is gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Let me see if I can explain myself. If you buy plugins, there are some great plugins, um, Arturia or Omnisphere, Korg plugins. They're very good. If you buy some plugins that are good quality, you're gonna have good sound. Now, if you have an outboard gear, it's gonna be better because the sound is analog. It's fat analog. Okay. I think that's about it about talking about that. So when you're creating a song, and you start recording tracks after tracks after track after track, right? You have a whole bunch of different sounds. Okay. So what happened is that if you have thin sounds from plugins, you gotta crank up the volume, and that's not good because they're not gonna sound thick anyway. If you are recording from a outside device, an outboard a gear, right? Recording from a sound module or a keyboard directly into the computer, then your sound is going to be fat because it's analog. So it's good. Okay, so not just that, take in consideration your audio interface. Is if it's good interface, expensive, you're gonna have a very good thick sound. If it's a little bit cheaper, your sound is gonna be okay. All right. Okay, the quality is gonna be okay. You know? Okay, so moving on. Now let's talk a little bit about the MIDI part. Okay. Um, the MIDI part. So, like I said first, your MC909, you got to connect it MIDI in, and from your keyboard or your controller is going to go out, MIDI in, right? Okay, so that part is good. Now let's set up the 909. Okay, let me bring this in here. Oops, sorry, too much. Oh, too much. Less, more, a little bit less. Okay, right there's good. Okay, so then to set up your MIDI, you need to press menu right here. Okay. Click that. And you're going to go into MIDI, which is the third option right here, the menu. You scroll down with the cursor or with the value knob. And there you go. And now you press enter, which is all the way down the cursor. Let me show it here. Right here, you got enter right here. This is the cursor, the volume knob, and the enter buttons right here. Enter and exit, they're together. Okay. So when you got selected MIDI, you go right here to enter. And it's going to go into the MIDI part of the machine. Okay, remember you got to do this after you connect it from your keyboard controller into the machine. Now here we are on MIDI transmit. Just put it here on, and you could use these same settings that I have here. Okay. Then you click for F4 for MIDI receive. Okay, right here, F4. Okay, hold on a second. This button is giving me problems. 1 second. Button is giving me some trouble here. There you go. Sorry about that, but that button is giving me some problems lately. Okay, MIDI receive. Just have it here on. And I got it like this. You can leave it like that. You use these settings. Okay. You copy those settings. They might work for you. For me, they work. Okay. And here on song pattern, F2, you don't have to change anything there. You can leave it like it is. Sequence sync, you can put master like this here, put it on here. Output on, mode 2, and on. You can leave it like that. Or you could use any settings you want. After you're done with any changes, hit system right, and it's gonna apply the whatever you change is gonna apply it. Gonna apply the changes. Okay. So I'm gonna hit exit because I'm not gonna apply any changes. I didn't change anything. But remember, system right. Every time you change something, you gotta hit system right. That way you can save the changes. Okay, after you're done with that, now let's check FL Studio for the MIDI part. So first you want to go here, options, and right here you want to enable these both right here, or at least the one on top, which is the MIDI in. Okay, so this is the MIDI in. That's why when I press the keyboard, you see the MIDI signal right here. Okay, let's go into the ports, the MIDI settings right here. Okay, so for the output port, I'm using number 1 on the Mode 2 microlight. Hold on 1 second. Let me erase this. Or at least let me mute it. Hold on. Okay, let me mute it right here. There you go. Okay. So for the MIDI output port, I'm using this one. That's the Mode 2. It's on port number 1. And I'm just putting here port 1. For the input, I'm just enabling it. Okay, see this? You see that I'm pressing the keyboard. You can hear it, but there's no activity. There's no MIDI activity. Because I disable it. Now if I'm gonna enable it right here, you see right away. The activity is right here. Okay, on top over here. Now, oh, sorry about that again. Let me erase this. So get rid of this. Okay. Because the the MIDI thing is triggering anything. Okay, that's why it was making the sound. Anyway, okay. I got this enabled, but you don't have to enable it on the output. Just leave it on port 1. On port input, enable it, and I'm not selecting anything. If you want to select a port, I believe that will be fine. If not, then leave it like this. Okay. And we have to now select right here MIDI replace. I'm going to replace this with a MIDI channel, with a MIDI insert. Okay. So here we are. Put it on channel 1 because almost everything goes through channel 1. Okay. And the port right here is on 0. If I record something, I'm not going to be able to hear it because I got to change it to port 1. Okay. Because the port 1 is going to go out from here, from whatever I recorded. And if I don't put 1, I'm not going to be able to hear anything at all. Okay. You see, I can't hear anything. But if I play with my keyboard, then you can hear the sound and you can see the thing lighting up. So that means I'm ready to record something on MIDI. Okay. So here we go. Hold on. What happened is that I'm supposed to select here pattern. Oh, wait, and something else. Not just pattern, but something else. I gotta select notes. Okay. So I don't want to record audio. I'm gonna deselect. The click is with the right button of the mouse and notes. Okay, because I want to record notes. So here we go again. I don't know why it did that. Let me see. Maybe I got some kind of a setting here. Beat. Put here none. Erase that. Let's do it again. There you go. Okay, so it was this here. So it could be online, I believe. It could be online. Okay, it's like a quantizer, I believe. Okay, so there you go. So this is MIDI. Okay, so now because I don't have, remember, because I don't have this on port 1, I'm not going to be able to hear anything when I hit play. Here we go. Okay, there's no sound. Right? Now, if I put this, place it on port 1, there you go. Because remember, the notes are going out from port 1 and they're going in. They're going to go into the machine on port 1. Okay. If I change the sounds of the machine, then it's going to change because it's going port 1. Let me play. See that? Hold on 1 second. Go back. Oh, sorry. Go the other way. Okay, so I change the sounds here. The sounds are going to change. Because remember, it's going out from port 1, it's going out, and the input. Let me show you here. The input is 1, is the micro light. Remember the graphic that I showed first? You get it here, this one here. Yeah. Oh, wait. What happened here? Okay. So it's going out from the keyboard and it's going into 1. This says 4 here, but it's going actually into 1. Like here, right here. Okay. In your case, if you don't have this MIDI interface, you're gonna connect it from this controller. It could be a pad controller or a keyboard controller. Doesn't really matter. and you're gonna connect it in. Okay, you could connect the output, but it's not really necessary. Okay, because this output is MIDI, so I'm not dealing right now with the MIDI output. Okay, so that's why we don't hear the sound if it's not on port 1. We need to put it on port 1 so we can have sound. Okay, so I'm hitting play right now. There's no sound. As soon as I change it to port 1, we're gonna have sound. There you go. All I have to do is just change the sound here, whatever sound I want. Okay, let's say I want to use that sound. There you go. Okay, so then, oh, there you go. Okay, so then this MIDI is good because this is the pro of MIDI. You could do whatever you want with whatever you recorded. You could move it around. You could change the sounds. You do anything you want with MIDI, right? This is just an example. You can move around the notes wherever you want. You can move it by groups, you know. You could do a whole bunch of things with MIDI, in other words. Okay. So that's the pro of MIDI. I don't really work with MIDI a lot. I just whatever I'm gonna record, I just record it straight as audio. Okay, so I don't really deal a lot with MIDI. But if you do, then this is good. Okay. There you go. Okay. If you didn't like this, just delete it. And let's say you want to copy this. And you paste it, you got now a full bar that with those notes. Okay. And there you have it. And then the MIDI, you could save it separately. It doesn't have to be with the project. Save it like export P3 MIDI file. You could export just this and use it in another time by itself. You can do a whole bunch of things with MIDI. But like I said, I don't really like to use MIDI a lot. I rather deal with audio better. Okay. So after you're done to convert this, I think there is a way to convert it. Oh wait, let me get that MIDI back again. Pattern 1 right here. I think there's a way to convert it directly from here. I think I did it once, but then I don't know. There's pattern clip lock. I think it's here, consolidate. But if not, then you want to transform this into audio. Um, in my case, I don't know, right? The way I have it connected, I hit play. Hold on. Okay. And as soon as I got signal here on the input, that means it could be converted. Okay. So let's say I want to record that. I just go here and I hit play. Oh, wait, because I gotta select back, not notes, but audio. And there you go. Here we go. And that's it. And you got it right here. Need to crank it up and you just normalize it. Okay. And there you go. So then you don't have to use this MIDI, or if you want to use it, you can leave it there. And if you want to render the whole project that you do with just MIDI, you could do that. And then the MIDI is going to be converted into audio. If not, you can make a printout. A printout is the same thing I did, but elsewhere in another software. I use sometimes Audacity to do that. What I do is I open Audacity and hit the record button, and on FL Studio I just hit play, and it's gonna record into Audacity. Okay. Some people do that. Sometimes I do that. Not every time. Um, or if I have audio, I just render the whole thing just right here. Export WAV file. When I export as a WAV file, I just save it as a MIDI file. Okay. Let me see what else. What else we need to cover? I think basically that was it. The main question was that Anthony wanted to use the sounds to get the sounds into the computer. So that's how you do it. So to wrap up the video, one more time, connect your, if you use a keyboard or a pad controller, I don't know, connect it directly into the MIDI of the MC909. They're up here, okay? MIDI of the 909, the MC909. So it goes out from your controller into the MIDI in of the MC909, okay? I could do this. Oh, yeah, didn't work that much. Okay. So connect, like I said, connect the keyboard MIDI out into the MIDI in of the machine, of the MC909. And you all set with that. You don't have to connect anything else. Because all you do is just play the keyboard. You're going to be able to record audio or MIDI into FL Studio. Okay, remember to use good cables, the balance cable over here. Let me do this right here. The balance cable, they should go here, right and left. If you're going to go out from here, I don't know, I don't recommend it that much. I'd rather go out from here with balance cable. The balance cable are the one who has the two rings. I showed it before right here. You got two black rings, that's balance. They're gonna eliminate a lot of noise, but they're not gonna let the noise go through. So they're gonna block the noise, in other words. Select here your input of your audio interface. So from the machine, MC909, the audio, these cables are gonna go in your audio interface 1 and 2. Check the levels. If they started blinking the red light on your audio interface, that means it's peaking. Just bring it down a little bit, unless you want to record it distorted. That's something different, right? But you might want to record it like that, distorting. You know. Check the level here. Nothing coming in. It should be down here. When you are recording, it should be all the way from 10 to 16, 18. 10, remember 10, from 10 to 16, 18. To 16 or minus 18. Minus 10, minus 16, 18. Minus 12, minus 14 is still good. Okay. I can't bring up the sound because of the microphone that got connected to the mixer. So if I crank up the volume, it's going to bring in noise. I don't want to do that. See that? It brought in a lot of noise, so okay. The microphone is bringing in a lot of noise. That's why I need to leave it low like that. Gonna bring in noise through everything else. Anyway, I appreciate the comments. Um, if you have any other question, I'll try to make another video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay. Any question, let me know. Okay, and take care. Peace.